Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Sunday, June 20th. Like I said, I would like to wish every father across the country and around the world a very happy Father's Day. Once again, um, please go call your dads and whatever you have to do. Wish them happy Father's Day because this day is absolutely special for all the dads out there in across the world and across the country. So happy Father's Day. So we're going to be going over some news headlines. Also, I'm going to send the links out to StreamYard. For StreamYard, you'll be able to come in and video chat through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. Highly optional for anyone. So I'm going to go ahead and send those links out. And I'll send one to Facebook and we'll get started. Hit the button. So I'm going to hit this one and I'm going to send this one out too. Okay, all three networks have the StreamYard links, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So once again, if you want to come in, just some notes. When you come into the broadcast, please have your mics turned on. Please do not have any devices that could cause a lot of echoing and stuff like that, and feedback. So that's what we ask for you to do. So also, if you want to have your camera on, if you don't, that'd be fine. But please, if you have your camera on, please make sure your camera's all working properly. So, okay, let's go ahead and go over some news headlines. I'm going to start swinging this over to, let's see, ESPN. We'll go over to ESPN, see what's happening. Okay, that's in. Okay, last night, 115, 111. The Bucks are heading to the Eastern Conference Finals to play the winner of the game between Philadelphia and Atlanta. So the winner of that game will take on the Milwaukee Bucks. So that was the last night. I'm going to tell you, that was just an epic game, to say the least. Terrence Mann, that was another guy that was absolutely making headway in this game, knocking down shots and stuff like that. So it was a good game last night. It was an absolute good game. I mean, who can ask for? Look, the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets had a good season. Steve Nash should be once again credited for what he did with this team. I mean, look, there's going to be a lot of criticism about KD not winning the championship. Also, Kyrie Irving being injured, and James Harden. I mean, but the truth of the matter is, at least they got it. They got it done this season, getting to the semifinals this year. So, but I think the Brooklyn Nets are going to be stronger than ever going into next year's season. So, that being said, let's move along. Okay, Milwaukee Bucks survived an instant Eastern Conference Classic. We just talked about that. So we're going to move along. Okay, MMA. Anderson Silva stuns Julio Cesar Chavez in a split decision boxing match last night. He made an MMA career out of the possibility. So it looks like Silva wins his match. The decision was 77-75. 75, 77, 77, 75, and also 77, 75. He was Silva was a heavy underdog in the match between Julio Cesar Chavez. So that was in last night's fight. So he also outlanded Chavez 99-53, and also total punches 60-41 with in power punches compared to Computer Box. That's the boxing site. Sage Chavez 52-6-1. Has lost 4 of his past 6 fights. Also, he had a never quit attitude, so that was a good thing for Chavez. So, that what happened last night in boxing. Anderson Silva wins against Julio Cesar Chavez. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, Sha'Carri Richardson earns 100-meter berth to get to the Olympics. Revealed her mother died last week. So congratulations to this young lady for making the Olympic team in the 100 meters. So congratulations. So that was in her track event. So so that's her time. She ran a 10:64. So it was a pretty good. She got into the semifinal heat on Saturday. So it was a time of 10:64. She also was the first African American to win a gold medal. That was back since Gail Davis back in 1996. So that, like I said, look, all these Olympians. So like this young lady here, she deserved to win her track and field meet. So Carl Richardson wins her meet yesterday. So once again, it's from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, Italy and Wales, no score, 9th minute. So that game is going on as we speak, 9th minute. Also, Chris Paul ruled out for game 1 against the LA Clippers. So it looks like Chris Paul will be out for game 1 for the Western Conference Finals. So that just came out from at 8:11 p.m. Last night. Royce Young was the writer. Follow him at ESPN. Also, Kawhi Leonard is also out for game 1 as well. So Kawhi Leonard and Chris Paul are both out. So it looks like Kawhi Leonard will not play in game 1 versus the Phoenix Suns. So once again, it's from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, Brooklyn faced one too many injuries. Obstacle year, Steve Nash said. So that's what he said in this press conference yesterday after the loss to the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 7. So we're showing you the article right now. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video, let you hear what he had to say.
To the Brooklyn Nets. What if they had one more healthy hamstring?
James Harden looks like he's going back to the locker room, so not a good sign for the Nets.
What if they had one more able ankle?
Irving throws it in, goes down hard on his right shoulder. He's checking up, now he's holding his right leg. He really turned that.
But after battling, the Nets couldn't stave off the effects of piling injuries any longer.
Kyrie had a gruesome ankle injury. He was thinking about, when could he play next? James playing on one leg, came out there and gave it his all. 48 minutes in Game 5, 40 last game, and then 50 tonight. A number of respect and love for those two guys. We missed them out there, but we still had a chance to win. I don't even know. I wasn't even planning on losing.
I still thought we could win it. Game could have gone either way. And so you always know there's a chance. Anything can happen. And I think we just faced one too many obstacles this year.
Even with those obstacles, the Nets pushed a nearly healthy Milwaukee team to overtime with Kyrie Irving sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think, like I said, they did push Milwaukee to the brink. So, look, Milwaukee fans, like I said, don't get mad because you didn't win the semifinal. Look, your team is going to be bright, have a bright future for now and into the future. So I look at the Brooklyn Nets; they're gonna be back in the playoffs before you know it. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. So once again, 13th minute, no score, Italy and Wales. That game's going on. Also, game 1 will begin this afternoon at 2:30. That'll be on ABC. Also, Switzerland on top, 1-0. That game is on ESPN2. That is the Euro Championship. So 1-0 Switzerland. Now, Montreal leads the series 2-1. They play in Game 4. Also, tonight at 6 p.m. On ESPN, Atlanta will take on St. Louis. That is going to be a okay. Also, College World Series continues today. Tennessee will take on Virginia, and Ole Miss Mississippi State will take on Texas. So that will be later on this afternoon, 6 p.m. Texas and Mississippi State on ESPN2, and Tennessee and Virginia on ESPN2. So both games are on ESPN2. So, okay, let's see. Formula One results. I'm showing it on the screen. So Formula One, Red Bull is in first place. Mercedes, once again, that's Hampton is in second, and Perez driving the Red Bull car is currently in third place. So that's what's going on in the French Formula One Grand Prix. That's the French Grand Prix that's going on. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com and we'll switch over. Okay, looks like we got some more news. Let me go to this. Okay, sources, Brooklyn Nets guard Spencer Dinwiddie plans to decline a $12.3 million player option. So it looks like he is going to be a free agent in the offseason. So Spencer Dinwiddie looks like he will decline that $12.3 million offer from the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, some Major League Baseball teams plan to ask umpires to check pitchers for foreign substances. So it looks like these teams have the right to make sure these pitchers are not using any foreign substance or some kind stuff to make their gloves hard and stuff like that. So that came out just a few minutes ago on ESPN Wire. So let's go ahead and move along. We'll go over to Deadspin. We're going to go to Deadspin. Let me switch this in. And we're going to go over to Deadspin. Okay, Deadspin's on the screen. So let's go through these articles. Okay, this is from Jesse Spector. You can reach him at Deadspin. It's deadspin.com. MLB Pass is still evolving and not just rightfully adding Negro League stats. So that's definitely a must for everybody that's was involved in the Negro Leagues back in the day. So I think it's a very great situation with to have the stats in there on Baseball Reference. So once again, this is from Deadspin. Go to deadspin.com. Okay, mic'd up College World Series umpire gets pitch straight in the nuts. So it looks like that's what happened. So that's what happened. That Evan Justice delivered a slider that popped in front of the plate. The catcher. So that was in yesterday's game, College World Series. The ump got hit with those. So I'll show you the video.
Take a listen. Yep.
That ball ricocheted and hit it
Take a listen.
On impact right there.
Yep.
Wow.
Take a listen.
So that was from Rob Fryman. You can reach him at Deadspin, ESPN. It's Deadspin. Okay, let's go to this article, College World Series predictions, unpredictable. Even Vandy power pair, Leiter and Rocker could anything can happen and probably will. So that's what they're discussing in this article about the College World Series yesterday. College World Series started Saturday and tried to predict who will win it. Would be foolish. Because it's a double elimination tournament. So that was in. So like I said, look, all these predictors that come on TV and say who's going to win this game and who's going to not win this game. Look, if you kind of predict these games and stuff like that, you don't know what's going to happen in that game. You don't know. It might be the other team winning the game. So that's just like I said, these predictions are kind of awkward and stuff like that. When it comes down to it, I mean, look, if you predict, like I said, see, like if LSU was in a CWS and they predict LSU wins the game, it's not going to happen. Literally, these some of these predictions doesn't come true. I mean, look, it's good to listen to these people, but the truth of the matter is, educate yourself when listening to these talking heads on TV that kind put these games out and stuff like that, and say, well, this team's going to win, that team's going to win. So once again, this is from Deadspin. Go to deadspin.com. That's deadspin.com. Okay, let's go over to the Olympics article. Okay, the Olympic article is playing in the Olympics was for NBA stars in 2021. Well, I think, to be honest with you, probably not. Because look, if they, like I said, they had the dream team back in 1992 and also 1996 when they won those gold medals. I mean, like I said, I don't, look, I'm not against them playing in the Olympics. I mean, I think it's good for them to represent their country and what's good about it. But the truth of the matter is, look, you got to take the realities into fruition with the injuries and stuff like that. What if these players get injured? They may not be ready for their fall ball. They may not be ready for training camp and stuff like that. So that's kind of it. This is a double-edged sword debate for many years about NBA players playing in the Olympic Games. So once again, this is from Deadspin. Go to deadspin.com. That's deadspin.com. Okay, let's go to this one. Okay, Kimball and Horford deal should work for both Celtics and Thunder. So hopefully it does help the Thunder and the Boston Celtics at the same time. Because like I said, Boston wants to get back in the playoffs. Also, Oklahoma City wants to get back, wants to get into the playoffs. So I think if it does help, it's going to make one of these teams make the playoffs. So once again, this is from Deadspin. Go to deadspin.com. Okay, given the Suns 4 guys tickets and signing the jersey sets a bad precedent. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because to be honest with you, look, giving these tickets, these 4 tickets to these individuals and also signing autographs, look, it's not bad. I don't think it is. I really don't. Because it's helping out a community. Because some of the people can't go to the games and stuff like that. So, look, what these fans, what these teams are doing, giving tickets out like that. Because, look, it's not setting a bad precedent. No, it is not. I mean, people may say it's setting a bad precedent, but it's absolutely, it's just not setting a bad purposes. So, once again, this is from Deadspin. Go to deadspin.com. Okay, we'll see what else we can talk about here. On Deadspin, okay, MLB pitchers are in a sticky situation and not the kind they want to be in. So that's what they're discussing. they are cracking down on substance put on their gloves and stuff like that. So that's what's getting ready to transpire with MLB. The rules will be enforced. There will be rules 3.01 and 6.02. So they will ban substance from major league teams. So it looks like that's Major League Baseball is doing a pretty good job in cracking down on these foreign substances and helping these pitchers out with their gloves and stuff like that. So the rules, I think it's absolutely needed and stuff like that. So once again, this is from Deadspin. Go to deadspin.com. Okay, get paid, Megan. That's what they're talking about. Sexy as hell. Raponi deserves the sweet thong money from Victoria's Secret. So it looks like they're talking about this article. I know it's a kind of a I mean, like I said, I'd say, I mean, that's nothing wrong with that. Megan Raponi getting her money from all those commercials and stuff like that. So once again, this is from Deadspin. Go to deadspin.com. See what else we have. Looks like we covered most of the articles on Deadspin. So we'll move along. So I'm going to go over to sporting news. Okay, we'll go over to sporting news. Sporting news, SB Nation, SB Nation. Let's get some articles, read some articles from SB Nation. This is chosen the deep rewind into the Cleveland Cavaliers 46-year title quest. So that's what they're discussing in this article, talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers 46 years history, winning their first championship back in the I think it was the 60s or stuff like that. So they talk about that. Chapter 1 with and then chapter 2 comes out January 3rd, and then January of 2021, chapter 3. So they have a 3-part series on the Cleveland Cavaliers quest of winning a championship. So this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. That's sbnation.com. So let's okay, Carey Price just had his 2010 Jackal Slavel Havoc moment. So that's what that was in game 3 of the he did had a game of it. Carey Price, he's another person that it was in the game 3 against Vegas. I had a nice little, he had 43 or 45. He stopped 43 or 45 shots in that game. He also played 40 minutes of play. So he kind of was absolutely was in the game versus the Las Vegas nights. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Eyes on the Prize. That's the Montreal Canadiens blog site. Follow them at SB Nation. Okay, 3 takeaways from the Clippers game 6 win over Utah. So that's 3 takeaways when Terrence Mann filled in for Kawhi Leonard. He was absolutely dropping points in the game, so he was just amazing. He went 7 for 20 from 3-point range. He also went that was in the game. So that was I'm gonna tell you, they was just absolutely he was just absolutely making shots that night when we had that game. That was Friday night. Let's show you a few highlights from it.
That just cannot keep happening. He also told me they went over some new defensive wrinkles for when Clarkson and Donovan are on the floor together.
I don't need the body language as somebody's committing a foul by you. Leaning back in your chair, frowning. Another steal, meanwhile, by the Clippers. Man drives at O'Neal, spins into a double team, trying to get out of trouble, and banks it home.
So a nice little shot by Mann. That was the 9:26 mark in the game on Friday night when they was trailing 70. They was trailing about 25 points, and they just absolutely came back in the game. They sparked Patrick Beverley sparked the defense that was in the key was forcing turnovers. The Clippers had 11 turnovers in the second half. That resulted in 21 points. Also 4 giveaways of their own that only had a 19-point margin. Also, the Clippers overcame the demons that was in the game on Friday night. So that was 3 takeaways from last Friday night's game. Clippers and Utah Jazz. Okay, this is from Off Tackle Empire, talking about just getting to the season without making any more headlines. Scott Frost and Luke McCaffrey's transferred and the Beckman effect. So that's what they're discussing in this article, talking about the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. So these are this is the article we're showing you right now. So if you want to comment about these articles, you can do that through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Okay, Rudy Gobert got ran off the floor by the Clippers, but if it wasn't his fault. That's what they're saying in this article. This is from Ricky O'Donnell. You can follow him at SB Nation. That's what they're talking about. He had 25 points just seconds into the third quarter. It was a do-or-die game of 6. I'll be honest with you, look. The Clippers absolutely played their outstanding basketball against the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz had a great season this year with the best record in the NBA and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, look, it's just it was just a good game, to be honest with you. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. Okay, Matthew Stafford's trade request was a blessing in disguise. Yes, I think it was absolutely a blessing in disguise. Him going over to the Rams, and so I think it was an absolute blessing in disguise, because I think Detroit would have never went nowhere with Matthew Stafford. No. So I think, like I said, it was coming. It was coming down the pipeline. It was absolutely coming for Matthew Stafford. So, look, I wish him all the best of luck in his endeavors playing for the Rams. But Detroit, I'm going to be honest with you, they're going to have to rebuild. They haven't been irrelevant in years. Since 2000, their last playoff appearance back in 2011. So, once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. That's sbnation.com. Okay, this is the NBA mock draft pre-lottery projections for the first round. So these are your players. It looks like they're going to be going over these. Houston Rockets looks like they're going to get the number 1 pick. They're most likely going to get Kate Cunningham from Oklahoma State. Also, Detroit looks like they're going to get Evan Mosby. Orlando looks like they're going to get Jalen Green. Oklahoma City most likely they're going to get Jalen Suggs from Gonzaga. Also, let's see, Jonathan Kunga. He's also a G League Ignite. He's a freshman. So these, I'll show you the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm going to show you what the New Orleans Pelicans will get. They'll get James Bouknight. So it looks like he's from Connecticut. So he's probably going to be picked. That's going to be in the mock lottery. So that's once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. That's sbnation.com. These are other prospects coming out of the draft class. The draft will be Tuesday, June 22nd. That'll be at 8:30 on ESPN. That's going to be this coming week. That's going to be a Tuesday. So the draft lottery will begin, and then the draft will be later on in the year. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. That's sbnation.com. So let's go over some other sports headlines. I'm going to see what else we have. We're going to go to Sports Illustrated, see what's going on Sports Illustrated. Let's okay, surprising yet deserving U.S. Open winner could emerge from crowning leaderboard. So this is from Michael Rosenberg. You can reach him at si.com. So someone could win at Torrey Pines. This is the U.S. Open. So Phil Nicholson, who has occasionally criticized the both the USGA Torrey Pines, said he just thought that they would done a great job setting up the in for the U.S. Open. So once again, this is from SI. Go to si.com. Okay, Bucks. We just talked about that one. That article, Bucks advance. Okay, let's see. Okay, McElroy, the Chambo, Oslin joins the unproven leaders in Sunday's showdown at the U.S. Open. So it looks like there are going to be some playoffs and stuff like that. 36 hole. Russell Hensley remains atop of the leaderboard at the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines. So it's going to be some quiet, crowded field and stuff like that. So once again, this is from si.com. Go to si.com. Okay, let's okay, week of stadium relocations and announcements. So this is stadium and locations. Thursday morning, the Wallace Pelicans seeking relocation. So that's probably going to happen. Pelicans owner Gail Bailey deeply concerned, connected to New Orleans and not currently looking to sell, but lose money. So that's what they're saying in this article. The finalized lottery. So I say this, look, I don't think whoever put out these articles and saying the Pelicans are going to move, relocate, and stuff like that, that's not going to happen. Because, look, Gail Benson is committed to the city. She is absolutely committed to the city and what this economy will bring when you have the Saints and also when you have the Pelicans in mind. So that's just my opinion on that. So, okay, Bears, who home stadium has been at Soldier Field since 1971, submitted a bid to the Arlington International Racecourse for a property in Arlington Heights, just 15 miles north of the O'Hara Airport and 30 miles northwest of Soldier Field. So it looks like the Chicago Bears will probably be moving their stadium over to the Arlington Heights area. So that's kind of what they're discussing. Also on Friday, Buffalo Bills planning to have build a new stadium in Orchard Park. So that's probably going to happen for the Buffalo Bills when it comes down to it. Also, Mike Canalina compared the stadium, the covering Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Also, Buffalo Highmark Stadium lease will expire in 2023. So that's going to be about 3 years from now. So once again, this is from SI. Go to si.com. Okay, George Mason, baseball player, dies Sunday suddenly after Tommy John surgery. So the young man, Sen Ho Beck, the pitcher at George Mason University, died suddenly after complications from the Tommy John surgery, which happened on June 12th. So thoughts and condolences go out to his family in their time of need. So he was a young man. He was 20 years old. So that's kind of, like I said, Tommy John surgery. Look, it's just, to be honest with you, it's just, it's kind of, you have a lot of complications and stuff like that. And look, a lot of people doesn't survive from these Tommy John. I mean, some of them survive, but people that has complications from these surgeries may not make it. So also the family put out a GoFundMe account to pay for the funeral costs for the young man that did pass away. So thoughts and condolences go out to his family in their time of need. So once again, this is from SI. Go to SI.com. So what else we have? You're an SI. I'm looking. Okay, Germany emerges from chaos with new life in the Euro Championship. So congratulations to Germany for winning their game in the Euro Championship. So they will be playing. So they're back in contention. So that's what they're. So congratulations to the German team. Okay. Amongst Arizona snake-bitten season, sticky staff crackdowns and sparked tensions. So it looks like there's a lot of tensions going on in the Arizona D-backs organization. So it looks like there's being so a lot of problems going on. So that's kind of what's going on. They did had their 23rd consecutive road loss against San Francisco on Thursday night. Also, they're being outscored 137-60 in games and stuff like that. So it looks like Arizona right now, that team is in complete disarray when it comes down to it. In these games. So hopefully Arizona can bounce back from what's happening. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. So near future. So hopefully I'm wrong, but it is what it is. So once again, this is from SI. Go to SI.com. Okay, Charlotte Flair, eager to prove she is better. She's best in the world after WrestleMania absence. Charlotte Flair will wrestle Rhea Ripley for the Raw Championship during the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. So the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, I don't know if it's tonight or next week or something like that, but she is going to wrestle against Rhea Ripley in her match. So that is at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. So this is from SI. Go to SI.com. See what else we have to discuss. So it looks like we will go over some Twitters and we'll wrap it up. So we'll go over some Twitters and we'll wrap it up for today. Okay, let's go over some Twitters. Okay, Hoop Rumors. Let's go over to Hoop Rumors. They have some news. Looks like I dropped the other. Sorry about that. Okay, let me put this up on the screen. Okay, Joel Embiid has been fined $35,000 by the NBA for altercation with the Hawks' John Collins in game number 6. Bruno Fernando is suspended for 1 game for running onto the court. So that is this is from Sham. You can follow him at Sham Sharina on Athletic, theathletic.com. But like I said, they should have had a fine for Collins. It should have went both ways. It should have been a fine for Collins and also Joe Embiid. Because, look, you can't have it both ways. One player was instigating the situation, and then it got really ugly and stuff like that. So I think it should have been both players getting the fine. So once again, this is from Champ Chirino. You can follow him at The Athletic. That's theathletic.com. So we're going to scroll it. Okay, news and notes from the so we're going to go through news and notes, AFC news and notes. I'm going to put that up on the screen. Okay, news and notes. Coach, second-year quarterback Jacob Eason said he had a firm grip on the backup job. So a completely different situation in the quarterback room. Eastern told Kevin Bauer from 105.7 The Fan in Indianapolis. Also, Jacksonville's Urban Meyer had initial concerns about free agency that would fit the team. So that's also Shaquille Griffin already seeing the team develop chemistry like he was in Seattle. Now, also, Ian Rappaport reported that Marcus Canyon underwent a moderate knee scope surgery. So that's following OTAs. He will be recovering for training camp. So it looks like this is from NFL Trade Rumors. Go to NFLTradeRumors.com. That's NFLTradeRumors.com. We'll go over some more articles and we'll end the broadcast. Okay, MLB trade rumors. The Red Sox, the Braves, the D-backs, the Nationals, the Indians, the White Sox, the Rangers. So this is news and information. Let's go ahead and give you some that information from MLB trade rumors. These are the transcripts. Let's see if I can pull those. Looks like that was a live chat going on. So that was a live chat going on between those teams. Okay, we're going to go over the AFC notes, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. So I'm going to go over the AFC notes, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, Joe Burrow says he's excited about the process of Jamar Chase. Former 2 LSU players. So it looks like they're going to reunite. Also, Browns, Javon Clooney says he wasn't countering many players like Myles Garrett in his NFL career. So that's what he said in this article. For the Browns. Now, Eddie Faulkner, the running backs coach, praised Najee Harris for his hard work effort. So that's good in a way. So once again, this is from NFL Trade Rumors. Go to NFL Trade Rumors at NFLTradeRumors.com. And we'll wrap it up. Okay. Once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We will be back tomorrow for Sports Talk. We don't know. It might be afternoon. It might be night. So we will we'll play it by ear. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everyone and all the dads across the country. Once again, have a good day, and we will see you tomorrow.